Well, this one's going to be kind of gross. Burnley +1 at Leicester at even money. I mean, I watched the whole Burnley Arsenal match. I was actually kind of impressed by Burnley. And through their first 5 matches, they only have 1 point, but only a negative 1.9 expected goal differential. And if you look at the box score against Arsenal, expected goals are pretty much even. Burnley had more shot creating actions, more touches in the final third and penalty area than Arsenal did. And Leicester, we've been talking about it a lot, but they have looked horrible through the first start of the season. I mean, midweek against Napoli, they drew 2-2, but I got outcreated 2.22 expected goals to 0.9, outshot 22-7. And then they go on the road and lose at Brighton, which, a lot of teams do because Brighton's one of the best teams in the world. But through their first 5 matches, negative 4.43 expected goal differential, only created 4.62 expected goals. And I said it last week, and it still remained true. Leicester, the fewest shot creating actions of anybody in the Premier League. And also a big reason why their offense has struggled is because their pressure success rate, which they were second in the Premier League last season, they're 16th this year. So their counter press hasn't been able to get going with guys like Maddison, Perez, and Vardy. So going up against the 4-4-2 against Burnley, which they did struggle against last season because Burnley beat them on expected goals both matches, I think this Leicester team is horrible, and I'm going to keep fading them until they prove me wrong. I only have them projected at -139, so give me Burnley +1 at even money.
I'm going to go next because I'm piggybacking on that pick. I like Burnley on the money line +550. As everything BJ just said, Leicester, they're bottom 3 in expected goals. 4, they're bottom 6 in expected goals against. Like they've just been a disaster this year, and there's a lot of people who maybe aren't noticing that just because of how good they've been throughout the year, and they have always been a team that is able to overperform their underlying stats because of someone like Jamie Vardy being so clinical.
Liverpool, Brentford, both teams score yes, -105. Look, Liverpool's really good, and trying to get in front of this truck is probably a terrible idea, but I think Brentford gets on the board here. Liverpool, well overdue to concede a goal by now. They have only conceded 1 goal all year, and it was on that header by Chelsea's Kai Havertz in that crazy 1-1 game that they played. But they've conceded plenty of chances and gotten pretty lucky. So what happens is here, there's a few things that go into XG performance. How well a team's shooting against you? Well, Liverpool has allowed about 5.1 XG, only 3.6 post shots. So they're running a little lucky on shooting. Alisson's the best goalie in the league so far in shot stopping. So they've been a little lucky, and they're conceding high enough quality chances that make me think that they're pretty overdue to concede. 5.1 XG allowed. They've only allowed 1 goal. Palace don't know how they didn't score. Leeds don't know how they didn't score. Norwich probably should have scored on opening day. They're well overdue to concede by now. So I'm going to take Liverpool, Brentford, both teams to score yes. Ivan Toney, my guy, having a great start to the campaign. Brian Mbeumo also having a great start. The two of them on the counter, interchanging, interplay, could create some big chances. And I think Brentford gets on the board here.